among the various attributes which a leader or someone who aspires to be a leader possesses or needs to possess, one attribute is most understated, and that is the attribute of energy. For anyone who wants to climb up the ladder of success, having a high level of energy and drive is going to be extremely vital. So you may observe in the case of certain business leaders, artists, or even world leaders, politicians, who even in their 70s, 80s, and even 90s have the stamina and the strength as well as the energy which can give youngsters a run for their money. One such example is that of Warren Buffett, who is in his 90s and is as sharp as ever. So you need to understand that for any of us who looks at building an enduring or long-term career and wants to ensure that you not only get success, however, most importantly, retain it over a period of time, it is vital to conserve and manage energy in addition to all the other skills, capabilities, and attributes that you may have. So when it comes to energy, what can you do to manage it and ensure that it doesn't fizzle out? Because many a times, especially in the early part of a career or any job or any other assignment, we start with a lot of energy. Unfortunately, over a period of a few months or years, the energy fizzles out and we get disengaged or disinterested. And that possibly impacts our career in a negative manner. So we need to understand that this has to be avoided. And there are 3 points through which you can manage or conserve your energy level at the workplace and ensure that you create the right balance for a long and successful career. The first point is always set minimum and maximum limits in terms of efforts. So many a times when we are in a certain assignment or project or focused on it, we set a minimum number of hours that we would focus on it. In addition to this, you also need to set the upper boundary. For example, if you have decided that a certain task requires or you will minimum put 1 hour in a day, also put an upper limit, which is 3 hours, and you don't exceed that. So setting the lower limit and the higher limit and working across that range and not exceeding it is vital in terms of managing your energy effectively. The second part is, please ensure that you focus your energy in the right things. Many a times we get involved in discussions and meetings which may not be that productive or efficient. Now, many times we may not have the control or the authority to opt out of certain meetings or discussions, especially when we have been informed to be a part of it by our bosses. However, other than that, I'm sure there are many other discussions and interactions which can be avoided. It could be us just having generic discussions or discussions possibly which may not add any value to ourselves or to someone else or to the organization. Try to understand and analyze whatever you're doing, whether it positively impacts you, someone else in your team, your client, or possibly your organization. In case the answer is no, and there is no benefit that anyone, especially you, is getting out of it, then you will need to hold yourself and not get into any such interaction or discussion. So understand, time is not an infinite resource. It's a limited resource, and the same for energy as well. The problem is, in case you lose out on the element of energy or you're not able to manage it effectively, then you definitely get burnt out. And to avoid burnout or avoid getting burnt out, it's most vital to focus your energies on productive and efficient points. Now, the third point is always take time out whenever possible to rest and relax. Work is important, however, understand that in case you need to take your career or have a long-term successful career, then rest, taking time out on weekends, and beyond a certain point, not working beyond your working hours, that's going to be extremely important. So you need to understand, as important as work is, as important your professional growth is, that much significant is also rest and relaxation, because there is no way that you can have a long-term career without your body getting adequate rest and your mind also getting relaxation. So focus on these three elements, where first, please set the minimum and maximum time that you want to focus on certain assignment or project. The second point is invest your time and energy in the right way in ensuring that you are only a part of productive and efficient discussions as well as meetings. You cut out any interaction which is not of any value to you or anyone in your organization. And last, however, not least, please take the time out to rest and relax, because that's extremely important for the long term. So understand that it's just like a scenario where you fill a car and you drive around. So unless you have gas or petrol, you would not be able to start the car and drive it, right? So what you need to focus is energy. It's the same way, it's a fuel. It's something which can drive us to achieve greater glory in life. So if that fuel or that gas by itself is not available or not present, then our career is not going to go too far. So understand the importance of energy. Also accept the fact for being a leader or possibly even at the workplace, having high levels of energy is as important as possibly any other capability. In case you don't have the energy, then you're not going to have a sustainable career for too long. So focus on this element, manage, conserve, as well as augment your energy by doing the right things and not focusing on elements which are not productive in nature. Thank you very much for your time.